jam session. And ripping the road wasn't my thought, oh no, it wasn't my intention. When I grabbed the mic and I touched the road, oh yes, it was a sweet sensation. When the big truck rolling down in the heart of tongue, it was pure confusion. The chairman calling, and he pleading, public was calling, and they're begging. The minister calling, and he bawling. But I could call my phone till the battery done, I don't care. I'm taking a pee.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah, man. Last week we were here, this week we are here again. I feel rather strange, you know what I mean? Knowing that at a point in time like this, I'd rather be suck up or suck down, you know?
Now you rather feel right now. So you can't get it right now. You're in a good position to get it right now.
I know, but guess what? I will be distracted like last night.
Acho, I feel you. Last night maybe not work. So me not been distracted at all.
Where with our construction?
No man, you know Monday and Tuesday time is lettuce time, you know. Yeah man, so them man get a little low, you know, deal with the lettuce, you know.
Well, the man really lower, you know? Bye.
Yeah. It was a good look. But let me tell you something, right? I really and truly, when we been come down the road, I say I don't know I can buck up police, and I believe I should go live. Cause you know me, man, me not really deal with live and so, but I been walk out by. It might get a little entertainment, but me not had no data jet. Yeah, but really too much. It's just one of them man flashing light in my face. Say he try to help me find my ID, and then I don't know how he light in my face to help me find my ID. But outside of that, it was a small interaction. But then I walk it out.
Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't know this is the topics. Yeah, we are here from last week, you know what I mean, into this week, you know what I mean. We just walk out, let me close the gap a bit, you know what I mean. Hey, in all the time you're gonna see this, you know what I mean. So don't get too comfortable, but get comfortable. Yeah, so like there are so much things we want to talk about, especially what's happening right now, you know what I mean. I could say globally, could I say globally, Caribbean, regionally, well, how should call it? Alan.
But you could call it whatever you want to know. I come to talk about what's going on with Nevis. And as you know, there's a lot of things going on in a Nevis. If there's something what's going on, globally, what have an effect on Nevis? Yeah, we're going to bring in that too. But right now in a Nevis, you don't know 6 o'clock right now. The sun out later than me, Jason. Sun out later than me. Yeah, man. 6 o'clock you got to be indoors. You check it out. So we don't talk about
that mean fall and sheep and laugh after you.
You're telling me.
Well, look at that. I hear the dog barking because the dog customer go walking in 6 o'clock.
Yeah, man. She done get walk since 5:30. She done eat before 6 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. Well, my weekend was phenomenal. You know? I went Banff. You know what I mean? I went in the mountains, and I mean, did a lot of things. You know what I mean? The atmosphere is so, you know what I mean? You don't even need to smoke. You know what I mean? Because if you go up there go smoke, you drink go out one time.
The altitude.
Oh yeah, man.
Hey, but I'm not gonna lie. I see you post up some pictures like some phenomenal mountains for real, you know. You know what I mean? That's what I'm telling you. You're doing it the right way. You got to go and like vibe the place, see what's going on.
Yeah, man. It's very lovely, man. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, am I the only person from St. Kitts Nevis ever reached this far? You know, like I was there thinking to myself, I said, you know what? I'm gonna rep well. You look like if I've been throwing the money up there, you know what I mean? You look like the government would have posted me and put me as an ambassador automatically.
Well, let me tell you something. Once you're successful, they're gonna find a way to say that that's a Nevision out there doing his thing for sure.
5-star merit.
I'm telling you, all kind of stuff, all kind of awards and accolades,
Although
man.
I was touring and touring over the weekend, you know, yeah, I still in touch with back home, you know what I mean, because I seen these phenomenal videos, these exotic videos being circulated and all this stuff. You know what I mean? These are minor matters, really, you know. But you know, back in the days, you know what I mean, people will tell you, "Boy, I hope you're ready to fall and all and thing there." You know? But you see this thing happening in 2021, you feel like, you feel like you're going back in time where these stories seems to be they used to be a myth, you know what I mean, but they're actually true.
Hey, watch out, here right now. Hey. Somebody was telling me about the video since last week. You check? But you know, I mean, you just hear choppiness, and you don't walk out
Hmm.
by the man just a make joke. But big man, the man send me the video, and I see what going on. I well, but Jason, I don't even know why you say about the thing because the man pants down. No? It's not like I said.
Yeah.
This is the bus pants down. The bus comfortable. You check it out.
Yep.
By yeah, that was a bad look for Nevis. Yeah, that was a bad look for Nevis.
But
At that point in time, that was when we was down 1-0. That was when we was down 1-0 to SK, you know. But you know, we even up the score. I say we even up the score last night, so we reached back at 1-1.
But we good at evening up. You know what I mean? We just good at evening up. We tell ourselves we got to get to think it's full of corona. You know what I mean? We start to shut off the vessel them over the weekend. After the weekend when everybody done read up themselves, you wanna shut it down. You know what I mean?
So
It's already in Nevis.
so let me ask you a question now, because I mean really, based on what me hear the premier say, is we shut down the
Hmm.
vessels them? Is we shut down the vessels them? Cause me wouldn't go so far, you know. I know we do something, but me wouldn't say I be shut down the vessel them because he said really and truly is the boat operators and them decide that they're not gonna be operating, you know. So
Anybody doing a
unless
lot of things right now, no, because a lot of star merit a share.
unless one of the boat operator start unless boat operators start to come forward and say, well, you know, it is not a voluntary matter and they were forced. Well, then me not gonna say that we shut down the boat. And but let me tell you something. Is a kind of hard thing to shut down the boat them too, because you would find
Yeah.
okay when Corona hit, the plane and them had the same issue, you know, in terms of well, since nobody pan the plane, what we gonna do? Because let me tell you, when you got this thing every day, is some kind of maintenance going towards your vessel, you know, whether it's a plane, boat, or car, or whatever. So you got to be getting something out
Yes.
of it in order for this thing to make
Yes.
sense. So if you can't
Yes.
carry people, you got to carry cargo. We gonna still want Jinx
Yes.
from Jinx Depot. You know what I mean? People gonna still, I mean, people gonna want Kentucky. You know what I mean? There's a Nevis people like Kentucky, so people gonna want the Kentucky and all that story there. So you still gonna got to shift it, even if ain't people. You got to deal with cargo. So I don't see that everything should get shut off neither.
So
But I
tell me
understand
something,
the
right?
reason.
I see a
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
I see a video with somebody spraying on sanitizing the Beffront. Is that like okay? You doing it because of Corona? Is that a regular thing, or is just because of the virus? Because I can remember a long time ago when you go to funeral and somebody dead for AIDS, they say keep the casket closed because the AIDS gonna go in the ear.
I think that is Corona.
So they're spraying that because of Corona, sanitizing and all and stuff. They like doing all kind of spray.
Yeah, I think right now since Corona coming in is a general practice to kind of spread on places, especially places where those get a lot of touching. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Um, but for my part, I don't see how you're gonna be running any kind of port right now and he ain't doing that. So all over Wally supposed to get spread on. If the airport was actually like working, people who was coming, the airport would have been an area too, in my opinion, when it's spraying. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's a general thing because it's a port of entry. You know what I'm saying? So these really and truly are hotspots, in my opinion. So me not really see nothing wrong with spraying them though. To me, that should be a general
So you
practice.
so your suitcase when you were traveling, your suitcase gets sprayed too.
No, me no really does be concerned about my suitcase get sprayed in a St. Kitts and Nevis. Me the concern when me are coming in a customs and the dog a jump all up and down on my bag. That what me not like.
Mm-hmm.
But my suitcase not get sprayed.
Okay. Okay. Well, based on how me see the cases them a double up, right? Alan, you know what I mean? It look like at the Caribbean I do these thing because everything will come up by variety of numbers. If me never see a odd number when the cases then come out. It's either 22, 24, or 32.
Well, me not even penetrate it like that, so. But
And if
by
you're not careful, it come out like a six pack too. If you're not careful, you hear six pack come out this way. You know what I mean?
and
Well, look, the next day, you look like they don't want to distribute one six pack, distribute two six pack at the same time. Well, look, they distribute the next six pack.
yeah, and,
It's crazy.
and by it's just a difficult situation because okay, I'm glad that you bring up this fact now because you see
Mm-hmm.
the other week I talked to you and I asked you, Jason, you ain't think no, I tell you that people saying that one of the things one might need to be explored. Even though I saying that in the premiere shut off the boat them. I was telling you that Nevis people were asking, "Why you ain't believe that that's one of the things what we need to explore," and you see it happen, and then when well it happened voluntarily, so to speak. You understand? But what me I try to tell you is, I tell you so, and you not study me. You not been feel like it could happen, and look, it
Yes,
happen.
yes, it did happen. Good night, Tanya. We're talking about, you know what I mean, just talking about the situation with the whole corona pandemic issue. You know what I mean? Like we, Alan had predicted certain things, and it came to pass, and now tonight we are here. So proceed, Alan.
And really and truly, the bigger thing what we got to talk about, and
Yeah.
the kind of hard that what happened this weekend is the well, okay. Let me start from the top,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna start from Wednesday, okay? No, Monday or some kind of shit, okay? No, we get the minister of health, the lady
Mm-hmm.
who I always forget her name, who be you check it out. She come on and she say how things are fine and how the positivity rate is low and really this and meanwhile people are say, boy, you kind of need to take a look at what's going on. But them I say numbers, whatever. Next thing you know, basically that last basically a day. Cause when you look now, Tim come out and Tim say, well, lockdown. And when Tim a talk about he lockdown, cause I listening to it live on Jason. And when Tim
Yeah.
don't say what he say, I may ask somebody, so I be there on lockdown and I be there on curfew. Because everybody at one moment in time was in confusion. You check it out. We not there
Of
with them
course.
because you gonna say we there on lockdown and then you still tell all the time of outside. So we not there on lockdown. We there on curfew.
You're on a curfew.
And then you gonna come to the situation. Now let me tell you something, right? The Prime Minister had a very simple thing to done this, you know. This no be need the AG come up and come go talk with 2 hours you confuse Abi again or not. But all the Prime Minister had to say,
Listen,
this is
2 hours.
at 2 hours him and talk. And when he don't talk, I'll be still confused. You check it out. All he had to say, this is an economic lockdown. So business ain't gonna be taking place because that is what it is. If you wanna call it that. And you're still gonna look jokey because in a lockdown is a curfew. But then you know you're gonna make a mistake. You can't really come and say, well, it was misinterpreted. So you're gonna send the age, we're gonna get confused again. The age is gonna come out there again. Then they're gonna SRO. So you're gonna come go explain something where you don't have. You come the Friday night, go do something where you don't have. You check it out. All of these things you're dealing with confusion. Nobody know what is going on. Next thing now, you come to the Sunday where the
Yeah.
premier advise the prime minister about what it is he need to be doing and what it is Nevis will be doing. No, first of all, and I said this before too. We
Yeah, of
supposed to
course.
be testing the water all the fucking time. Nevis supposed to be at all moments in time defending itself because I mean we don't say things right and we say them with a good intention and with a good meaning. And it's not that what we're saying is not true in kind of what I should say. It's kind of in a mental way. So you would have hear the premier come out and say things before he would have talk about what going on in Nevis and say, St. Kitts and Nevis are one. Big man,
Yeah.
St. Kitts and Nevis is not no one fucking country. And he was saying in every sense of the word. St. Kitts and Nevis is not no one fucking country. St. Kitts is St. Kitts. Nevis is Nevis. We are a federation. We share a lot of cultural bonds. We got historical bonds. We got family and thing down there. We good with them and we ain't gonna deny that. But when I tell people politics is local, big man, Charlestown and fucking Castle and all ain't even the same place. We part of the same country. But the problems over there is not our fucking problems in here. You check it out. Politics
True.
is real local. Hamilton need to link up with Craddock Road and need to link up with Ramsbury and these kind of things because we have common problems in our vicinity. That's why we go in there and we elect officials to go in there and defend Abbey and to put our communities in certain standing. But don't come and give me any bullshit about is one fucking country. Big man, when you're doing a road over in St. Thomas's, which by the road south down a cotton ground, them man got different things to deal what we are deal with up here. And the same
Of
thing, they
course.
got different
In the same
considerations.
thing.
How you're gonna develop St. Paul's and your plan to develop St. Thomas's is not gonna be the same. You might have more agricultural land in St. Thomas's. You might have more hotels and all these type of things. All of this shit is different. We come together and we conglomerate and we want the whole thing to be good. So we develop all parts of what we're dealing with. But don't tell me that it's the same. All of us trying to develop a particular thing to contribute to the whole. So when me I say that, it's not like me try to like hold ourselves apart from competition. I'm talking about the reality of the situation. The dynamics in Sinkits are not the dynamics in fucking Nevis. Sinkits got for example, the peninsula. Give them opportunities to have wonderful harbors and all these kind of things. The shape of Nevis just don't give us that shit. You check? We
True.
have to deal with what we have. We have to understand what we got. And then we got to shape, we got to come up with plans to best exploit that. You check in a sustainable manner. so that we not only could get some kind of money today, but then we understand that later on for generations we get in. This is how we get money. That how you build a culture and these type of stuff. You ain't just talking and this certain thing. That's how come I tell you like the politicians are visionaries. So sorry for the sidebar there, but I glad when Nevis could step forward and say, you know what, you know, this we would like an exemption from this because we are not seeing the effects. No, when I say one, I gonna say two. Cause you know,
Yeah.
I either listen the premiere, so me know how to talk how to say that me more. I know how to say yes and no
Mm-hmm.
at the same time. Um, for example, and I would have said this before as well. Since the pandemic occurred, you get New York who come out and say, "But we're gonna free up cannabis." You know what I'm saying? We are gonna take that step. The premier has expressed frustration because at the federal level we ain't getting the progress what we want in regards to that. We could do a thing as Nevis. Start an ordinance, you already know that you're good to go as far as the court. The court would like you to do things to legitimize the use of cannabis. Just like how you start off the film industry. The cannabis thing would have been an easy thing. This is what I mean. Like we supposed to be testing the waters
Easier.
and developing Nevis and saying, bye, we're not even gonna wait. We're gonna do this. And I say that because although I was happy that the premier make the move, you know, kind of bold, I still look at it and I say, "Boy, it's a tremendous gamble." Because even though you are gonna tell me that we don't have any cases and we have not had any from since March, the fact remains that we have had about 3 weeks of contact. You understand?
Yeah.
Like
And you
how
didn't say nothing. Are you waiting now?
you understand? So even though you might not have had the cases at Sunday and things would have been good, you see how quick we here on Tuesday evening now and we already got a positive case. You
And
understand?
the
And
thing
yeah,
and you know what bothers me? You know what bothers me? Knowing that he came for all the way Wuhan. You know what I mean? That could have been an excuse, but you know he's across the waters now. You know what I mean? For 3 weeks straight. Building, 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 building. After you wait till the fuck land. Like until go and go less on egg. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? Don't bury
Boy.
him in the sand.
and,
And come out and
and
Abby. Yeah.
and see where you come back to again. As me say, like we got realistic like relationships and so. So
Yeah.
I mean, you know, all kind of people. You live in Nevis, but you got your girlfriend or your boyfriend in a SK. So there's
Mm-hmm.
always a transition. Right now, I well want to fucking think it's you got some movie down a Caribbean cinemas where I need to fucking get into, and ain't look like I'm be able to possible to do this shit. You check it out. There's
Mm-hmm.
genuine like man want to SK. Ain't like we gonna run from that, but it's just we different, man.
Of course. Of course, man. But you know what I mean? Watch out, right? I was like I like the move, I like how we make a stand, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it was a little bit too late. You know what I mean? I wonder if the Christian council stepped down on him. Like because when you see people make drastic move, you know what I mean? You want to know for the Christian council get involved though.
All me say is like it was a gamble for sure because what ends up happening now, right? And okay, um, I'm going back, right? And you would notice that I'm saying, you know, I mentioned this before. Now, Jason,
Mm-hmm.
we understand that the premier was a practicing attorney, okay? So
Yes.
the premier is school in making arguments The premier is school in negotiating. You understand? Those is talents where the premier have to bring to the table. Have to. You check it out, and this is and that ain't nothing with no ministry. This is just skills where you learn in one profession and you are able to
Yeah.
apply in your life for the benefit. No, when Tim said the thing Friday, Tim said that cabinet approved this, Now the premier is a member of the federal cabinet, so I'm gonna assume that he was part of the people who approve it. You understand? He was at least
Yeah.
aware of the situation. Now, the question that I find myself asking is, wouldn't he have gone to the meeting already with the information concerning Nevis and being able to create an argument to say, well, this is why Nevis need to be exempt, yes or no, so that the Prime Minister could have come out and being clear in it, or even the Prime Minister could have said, I am going to make a statement now. The statement will be
Listen,
regarding Stinkits, and me and the Premier is going to come out and have his statement so that this thing would have look more organized, it would have look coordinated.
listen. You understand me? You don't need to assume. You don't need to assume if he been there or not. We all know he wasn't there. You know why I could say that with full confidence?
Guy.
We all know the fucking Premier League to take pictures and put up every little post on Facebook. You know what I mean? If he had went, he would have already taken a picture, updating the people of Nevis, telling us, you understand me, that he's in think it's trying to rectify this and that. Because if you could tell Abby update Abby on minimal things, you know what I mean, and this is a major issue, you know what I mean, would have been highly updated. So you could tell he wasn't there because the picture was taken of that.
Well, I cannot argue with you that the man like to take pictures. You understand? And listen, Jason, when you're gonna spend so much money, look good. It makes sense. Take a lot of pictures now. You take it out. Me not spending enough money to take so much pictures.
We all know he would have taken pictures, even if all in the morning drinks or orange juice or whatever, and heading down to the cabinet, trying to rescue the people of Nevis. Stand with me.
But on another level, then, right? So even if he was not there physically, you don't think that he would have been there via Zoom or something?
We would have seen it on Facebook just so we do via Zoom with Costa Rica or Puerto Rico or wherever. You know what I mean? Take a picture on the laptop. You know what I mean? Hey, that's why I don't tell her, when I go be a pause up, right? I go prepare for the repercussion and all that stuff there, the counteraction, you know what I mean? Because people will follow you for all these stuff, right? When you look shit hit the fan of you, people will realize when you ain't do shit.
But as you talk about that too, is coming around also on the Prime Minister, because I mean we would have always been hearing about how Sinkis and Nevis is leading in how they are dealing with COVID, and how people are calling him to ask him how he's doing this and all kind of things, and the reality of the situation, right? Oh, and I won't be vexed with the next part, though. The reality of the situation is, right, we have not been realistic about the reasons why COVID has not been prevalent in St. Kitts and Nevis. You check it out. We have been talking all kind of fuck about how bush tea and fucking formula and is the most you ever hear about God. All of these fucking people, God fucking this. Listen, I am not telling you anything about your God. What I'm saying to you is the same principles are gonna have to apply for Antigua and for Dominica and for all of these people. And Egon can't give any special preferential treatment to St. Kitts and Nevis. It's not gonna work like that. We have largely escaped this thing because Particularly in Nevis case. Big man, we ain't got no cruise port and nobody does come by the airport unless it's DHL or fucking FedEx. What can come over there? So how we supposed to be getting corona? You understand? We largely are not exposed to outside contact. And when you do this kind of thing, you're not really gonna be exposed to the virus. It is very simple. And if me incorrect in anything, when we shut down, we not gonna virus. When we open up, we
But
got virus. This is any country you look at.
there's no chance being incorrect when you take a gamble, you know what I mean? Because for the couple of weeks you were betting, as in like, you know what I mean, you just doubt yourself and now you take the shot, you just see how the ball play, you deal with what you got to deal with in Nevis. So if Nevis case is two cases, you try deal with the case as much as possible. That are you issue now. That ain't you issue over in St. Kitts because at the time when you had the federal when you had the press conference, you know what I mean, somebody mentioned something, somebody asked a question, you said that's a federal issue, but he also forgot that he is a federal parliament member, you know what I mean? But he's the premier of Nevis also, so he got his thing to deal with now. You check it out. So you got your two cases of corona to deal with now.
And it's kind of interesting when you mention that because when you look at like how he recently played this card now, are we supposed to expect now a more proactive premier with regards to how we're dealing with this issue going forward? If this thing spiral out of control, is this gonna come back down to a federal issue? Because this thing kind of funny, Jason, because as me I tell you now, okay, even let me just look at testing. If the testing is only going on in St. Kitts, we got to go be we got to get the boat, because we got to send we test them St. Kitts. If we ain't even gonna we own like that as far as being able to test, what we really gonna be able to do realistically with what is
Well,
going on. So and that's how come me tell you is a
well,
gamble.
and here we're going on right now. I understand the hospital is closed to some extent. The
Um,
Alexandra Hospital is closed to some extent. You know what I mean? You could give me some clarity on that.
Jason, you go ahead, stop there and talk. You fuck boat to some extent. Hold on there. I just want to get my phone. Let me get my phone so I could tell you the fucking
No
extent.
problem. I understand the closed. So you know what I mean? What is closed? You know what I mean? Like, is it closed to certain departments? They're doing something to minimize the traffic of the people? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. Hold
So
on
go
a
and get your
minute.
fucking phone. I don't know how you're gonna do that thing on your phone. You know what I mean? And you know me gonna ask you some things too. Fuck is your problem? Feel like you just come here and get something done?
No, you've been a dead man. Okay. So I'm looking at the document here, okay?
Uh-huh.
And it got on the Nevis Island Administration letterhead and what's not. And it is saying June 15th. It is saying due to the current COVID-19 situation on our island, the general public is asked to take note of the following measures that will be implemented at the Alexander Hospital with immediate effect. The measures are as follows: regarding persons with respiratory illness, if you are experiencing fever, cough, shortness of breath, or other respiratory symptoms, remain in place and call ahead to the respiratory checkpoint at 665, wherever. We're not even going to the rest of that. And then regarding medical emergencies, persons with severe life-threatening emergencies can call 469-3333 or seek immediate attention at the emergency room. Genuine life-threatening injuries, and they tell you all what thing like stroke, seizure, heart attack. If you are serious, I don't know what is serious injury. Don't go down there with no little cut. The
Mm-hmm.
following procedures, and this is where you was talking about limited. Now you could tell me this are limited if you want. Okay, this is what I
Mm-hmm.
see suspended: outpatient clinics, physiotherapy, routine laboratory services, routine X-ray and ultrasound, elective surgical procedures, and visiting. So, um, so what you wanna say? Like, based on this, like, what me supposed to go up there go do? Like blood work? The only thing me not see what close is like the blood lab. What else home? What else is taking place?
I think you have to be sent by a doctor to go
Oh.
and go by the blood lab or something like that. If you're gonna go by the blood lab, you gotta be prescribed by a doctor or something like that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
well, it's a whole heap of things, you know what I mean? We just got basically watch it tide, you know what I mean? I guess they're eliminating most the traffic flow, knowing that they have patients up there and people also walk up there too. So everybody want to keep safe as possible, you know? And I guess they realize they've been dropped the ball on certain things, so they're trying to rectify that. It's called damage control. We all understand that, you know what I mean? We live and we learn. We are imperfect. So kudos to the Alexandria Hospital. If it's working, you know what I mean, keep on doing it. You check, minimize the traffic flow. You know what I mean? Because we also got our clinic also to do the same thing. You check it out. So I think everybody people should
yes,
utilize the health clinic also.
yes, but Jason, when you do one, you also do the other. Remember, at this current moment in time, you are attempting
Mm-hmm.
to do a vaccination drive. And although the number is stuck at fucking 66%, I don't want to take no more vaccine. I need to take up a scunt to take the vaccine. I don't want me to be responsible. I need to go take a
Well,
vaccine. But
well.
remember they're doing that so the clinic them don't kind of pack. They don't kind of, you know what I mean? So you're still putting people in the clinic. No, they just ain't in the hospital. They in the clinic.
But when you look at it too, Alan, remember you got people there. I try work out the maths too, because what happened, up here, if you hear people getting vaccinated and still catching corona, you know what I mean? So people here, for these stuff too, because like what travel from the east go to the west, and what travel from the west go to the east, vice versa, north and south. So it's like, are these people, how many people are vaccinated and have corona again? Have corona now. You know what I mean? Because we're not hearing like all of this. Like we want to know, well, are these people vaccinated? Because from this vaccinated rollout start, from the full dosage start to roll out now, the second dosage now, all sort of case start to pop up. You know what I mean? And it start pop up like wildfire.
Well, I know for sure, Panama will get it up here. Because, well, supposedly who he get it from is vaccinated, but I would like people to understand um, the purpose of the vaccine is not to stop you from getting corona. People, you still gonna catch corona if you got a vaccine and you're exposed for a long enough time. What will happen though is that they are saying you ain't gonna fucking dead. And it is less likely for you to experience severe illness. But that is not gonna stop you from getting the corona. So please don't feel like it's gonna protect you. That is not the case.
True.
However, they are saying it ain't gonna be as bad. No, listen. This is what has been said. So because somebody did call me already, and they're complaining and saying like they're keeping things back and saying like the person had the vaccine, but they still get corona, and that is very much possible. You will still get it, but you will be more likely to survive. And they are saying that it is you ain't gonna die for sure. That is what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Well, I heard a lady. I was watching a clip. You know what I mean? The clips. Them once the clip them got something exciting and jiggy. It gonna be viralized. Yeah, it will go
Uh,
viral. And I woke up one morning and you know, you wake up, you know what I mean, don't even brush your teeth yet. You're going to check your phone, see if you fully charged. You know what I mean, check the time. And like when you go through your WhatsApp now, you see a load of message now, people going wild and crazy. What people going wild and crazy about? This, you know what I mean? I believe it was the premier's address. What is your name? Not the premier, the prime minister.
What, leadership
Well,
matters?
I think a leadership matters or whatever. Anyhow, I heard that clip there where the lady said she's gonna take the vaccine, and even if it kills she, you know, and like that's very dedicated of her. You know what I mean? She willing to, you know, earn that star merit. Yeah, so I hope if she die, you know what I mean, the prime minister just give she a free casket, you know.
So let me ask you a question. You ain't been responsible yet?
For me?
Yeah.
But right now me drunk and dishonestly. Me drunk and dishonestly. Me can't go take a vaccine and alcohol in my body.
Actually, I did not know that was one of the things them were stop you from taking corona. Because Jason, let me tell you, when this fuck come out, right? I done work out, I got a secret fucking plan. And my plan is to be fucked up all the time. So when the lockdown start and so I make sure I got all my things. Cause me work out, if you fucked up, how you gonna know if you got corona? Cause you done fucked up all the time. So me just get mashed up. You check it also, as you say, me get fucking disorderly now. And
of course.
Well, today has been a continuation. Cause I don't know if you know, today is my Facebook, what day, You ain't even fucking congratulate me. You should have started off the fucking show. But by saying, Alan, congratulations to you on your Facebook fucking birthday. And you scunt here and ain't wanna congratulate me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but to me start up with the suck down. You know what I mean? To me start up with that. So my bad. You know what I mean? Remember it's one brain, you know. You know, eventually I would have chip in that, you know what I mean? So it's Alan's Facebook, but then Alan, I humbly apologize, you know what I mean, for not addressing that to you, you know what I mean? More liberty socially, you know, the distance is upon us, but yeah, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Enjoy life. You drink. Look at what you're drinking. Look at what you're drinking. You know. He's drinking a Corona, but he look like a Corona light.
No, you see what going on?
Oh, it's premium. Premier.
Premier.
I thought it was premium.
Listen, I drinking. Watch it. I drinking like the fucking premium tonight. You understand? Premier.
Okay.
You check it out.
Okay, that's good. That's why you
got to step up.
That's why you're so solid. Okay. No, we all make sense though, because I realize you're just talking, right? I mean, like, fuck yeah. Boy, this is the first time me hear the premier talk and talk straightforward.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's good. You know what I mean. But Corona, the beer where you're drinking, you know what I mean, it doesn't build blood. Eh? So if you know you're losing blood at the time right now, you know what I mean, it doesn't help. You know what I mean, it only thins it out. So you want something to build blood. Okay.
Jason, you know he's a fucking professional when it comes to this thing, you know. I understand this thing.
I just making sure, you know what I mean? You know, at least I know his country above self, you know what I mean? I feel more patriotic now. So I'm I'm humbly proud of you. Yes.
No, he's always a blend.
That's good, man. But we wanted to say no, you know what I mean? Like, no, we ain't like I just see a message saying like you got maybe like how much more cases coming in, like 20, 25 or something like that. You know what I mean? But it keeps rising, you know what I mean? Like it look like somebody just wake up a whole beehive.
Bye.
You understand me?
Right.
But it's crazy, man. Yeah. Just be careful out there, man.
Right, no. Watch out. I wanted to see the same set of people really and truly all the time, man. And I like how now you can't even go down on the beach. I can't even like get to see the wider level of people who are out there. Check it out. And well, you don't hear as the lady from Bad said, not naked. So Juve man don't be in a jam where you're there. It might not be jam nowhere at all if we don't get this thing in control. But
So a whole man get a whole culture slogan do or nothing.
I hope he don't get paid. I hope he
Oh,
don't have to
well,
get.
I fit ticket the logi. Yeah, fit ticket the logi. Let me go to the comments. Let me see what's up. Lord of mercy. Guys, the virus had started spread with the rollout of vaccine. The mercy auntie. Somebody I'm gonna look at my children mother daddy, but children mother book out. I call them for we say birthday blessings goes out to Alan. Guess this is a birthday episode. Of course it is a birthday episode because we normally come in from every other Tuesday, you know what I mean? So I hope we didn't take you guys out of your comfort zone and you know what I mean? But I hope you're enjoying this show though, you know what I mean? So oh yeah, Reese, let me stop saying what I mean. So yeah, back to the show. And we here guys, you know what I mean? Hey, I like Reese, you know. Reese like I say, by direction don't say nah I mean. Yeah, so
Me no know Reese is an editor on the show.
yeah, Reese, so make sure say, but yo, make sure don't say nah I mean pan the show, you know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. But I just hope everybody gonna be safe and prepared for whatever means necessary in terms of being wearing the mask, sanitizing, and all that stuff there. Because I see how we going, you know what I mean? And I would like to say for the people that think it's Nevis, remember we are one federation, two different countries, one federation. And I realized like after the premier made that release, you know what I mean, and said what he said, you know, you realize over social media you see this small segregation, you know. Hey, segregation is real, eh? It could start off as a joke, eh? And you only take one more person to add more fire to that fuel. Add fuel to that fire, sorry. You know what I mean? And when you look, everything just shut down because he left two because it could still happen, you know, based on what the premier had said, because we ain't hear nothing from the prime minister as yet. You know what I mean? Prior to the case that we have. Because he could be saying, take that, you know what I mean? But not saying it on the public, you know what I mean? So we just basically waiting to hear what we say. Not pushing like for it, you know, but it's just reality.
Well,
Because you could tell me keep out of your yard because me I mess up your yard. Well look, somebody else still come and mess up your yard, and what me gonna say as a neighbor? Take that.
seeing as the prime minister does tend to say how his father is a Nevis man, I would find it very difficult for the prime minister to carry them kind of feelings there. Um, if you tell me that he said personally with regards to the premier, take that. Because that's how come I'm telling you is such a big gamble as far as what the premier do. From my part, if you try to do what I suggest as far as like creating a cannabis law and the prime minister kind of shoot it down, me not really see the big loss, you know, because I see where you're trying to progress Nevis, and then you could tell me that the prime minister fighting you and upon your side. You check, but this is a gamble in that, to me, the premier had to calculate and say, boy, we not got nothing, but we done had 2 weeks of exposure.
Yeah.
If I do this thing, as he would have said, the small businesses and them could be in a problem. And we already know, as far as the economics of the situation, anytime you lock down the businesses is a crippling effect. But if the premier, by his decision, end up exposing the wider culture by not going along with the prime minister recommendations, then it's a political gamble because you don't know how Nevis people are gonna respond to that. As far as whether they are gonna say bye, you should have gone along with it. You know what I mean? You kind of miscalculate on the one day. You ain't really know. So, bye is a gamble. It is indeed a gamble. And I could see what the premier say in a sense because boy Jason, every time me and you talk, me I tell you about no money there. No
Yeah.
money is fucking there. And so I understand the premier ain't want to lock off the money, but it's like he had to very quickly calculate and say, boy, no money, ah, 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 like no money and like healthy, ah, we're gonna run this little gamble and see how we come through and hope. And like, boy, he will have to hope that this thing holds. It will not be good. If the numbers in sync, it's right. Cause as you say, how them man a come with them big number there. If them numbers they start to happen in a Nevis, it's gonna be a problem. And when you see that the hospital is running how it is, it's it, okay. You remember how I tell you a couple of weeks ago, me not see how have it upon lockdown. Me not see how the premier
Yeah.
ain't come. You can't shut down the hospital and not say, you know what happened? I take it back. I take it back. I don't agree with what the prime minister saying. Because I always look at what is taking place. If you are telling me everything is all right with my dinner, and I see the kitchen abandoned, me gonna watch you like everything don't look all right. So I hear
Mm-hmm.
what you're saying to me, but I'm also looking at what is taking place. I would tell you, I feel like them man were keeping the country open and didn't do stricter measures earlier because the World Cup qualifiers, because the CPL were coming up, because we got cruise ships coming. You check it out. So once again, we got a lot of financial things on the line, and
Of
this to
course.
me, this is the gamble that is being played all the time. And by the way, this is why I need to go and get a fucking vaccine. Uh, so I ain't got to worry about these problems in my life. And I could go escape, go movies.
Only movies you want to go?
Um, I have to see some particular films, sir. But I have other things in escape to do as well.
But what I'm saying is like, imagine we concern like with the numbers and the spread and all and stuff there. And these politicians, you know what I mean? Like these politicians don't got a whole heap of job by themselves apart from COVID. It look like when they talk about COVID, that is when the boy me guy need go work at 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? Go talk about COVID and come back with this. We look political drama go on between PAM and PLP and CCM and this and that. You know what I mean? And like when you look time to go back to work, the guy got address the nation. Okay, we don't work squeeze in at 8 minutes yeah, and the work here and address the nation and talk about COVID. When you look back on the political drama again. So sometimes I may
Man,
not even know what to take serious.
well, me take all of it serious, but all of the official words, as they say, got to take it serious. Yeah.
But you see, and like with the CMO and all and stuff they going on, and like some of the time, like they even afraid to talk. Me understand they start do the daily updates. They start send out text now. They start to send out the broadcast or something like that now, or update you on the cases now. So what happened now? They feel out of place now when they were doing it live and all that stuff there. They just want to do it from time to time.
Okay. You know what me gonna start to do? As you bring up things, you bring up a lot of things tonight what trigger me off, eh? And me gonna let you know my fucking problems with them. So these fucking daily press briefings, okay?
Yes.
Here's one of the issues. It does not make sense for the Minister of Health to go up there and tell us all the numbers with the fucking school. And the CMO gonna go up there and tell Abby all the numbers with the fucking school. And then another man gonna go up there and tell us all the numbers with the fucking school. Like they're not having conversations with one another. You check it out. The production value of these motherfucking shits is awful. And I guess that's one of the good things that's gonna come out of the fact that we now have our new film industry. So we are gonna be you know, we're gonna have more
Yeah.
producers and more directors, and we are gonna be able to produce better content because I don't see, like, really and truly, they should say the fucking shit one time, and you got your little scroll like ESPN or CNN, and it's going along, and it's saying, this is the numbers, and you don't have to hear all of them repeating the same thing. Because listen, we are listening to the thing, right? And somebody turned to me and said, "But man, no fucking saying that." And really and truly, I will just come go here. If you ain't that long, wow.
But you know what
So,
killed me? You know what killed me? You know what killed
right,
me? Like, okay, then you remember last year we had a number of cases, right?
yeah,
And okay, so like we had 14 cases between 20 between last year ending off to this year. And like when the cases start back up now, you're gonna so you look now we have a total of 18 cases, and you're like, at that point in time, if you know really stay focused, you feel like you get 18 cases one time, you know? Like you don't have to, like you don't even have to set that numbers there because when last year if the crime rate was so like 15 people dead last year, you understand me? It gonna start afresh for the new year.
it, Jason, as I tell you, the production value on these things ain't there no way. And in a lot of these things, Jason, what me try to tell people, these are kind of the areas now, right, where it needs some young people to step in, to study what it is going on, and to bring us these things. We know he a
Of
young
course.
man. We know he a young man who could get up on computer and deal with these things, you know. But the problem is, them man boss won't be this elder who this and that, and them man gonna tell her about how Pana got experience. But by we know how to we could make this thing look better. It could be better than this bullshit here. And as I'm saying, they just need to coordinate. How all are you going up there? Go say the same exact thing. And gonna
I
feel
guess it's
like
a
people
reminder.
ain't realize. No. No, really and truly you're killing people because they're gonna feel like, okay, what people
Killing
are
me
not gonna
dead.
do. I hear what the first one say. All of them are say the same thing. Me done with this, you know. That what they not doing, you know. You understand? Them man, them man come
Man,
to basic. Them man come to basic.
and you won't believe it, these people went to college, spent nearly 10 years of their life. You know what I mean? Go study all these things and come back here. You know what I mean?
Hey, hey,
Can't be look stupid.
hey, Jason, you wouldn't believe. You just trigger me off a fucking game. I was listening
Of course.
on Saturday, and there was a lovely debate, ladies and gentlemen. Not even a fucking debate, and it wasn't fucking lovely neither. He had members of the political parties speaking, and
Hmm.
in my estimation, in my opinion, okay, I would love if we could find some politicians who are decisive, who have some kind of thing where they could stand up on that. And let me tell you something in life. It is very possible that the principles that you choose to adhere to today could very well be found to be wrong. But at least you need to understand what the principles be. You need to understand why you're adhering to these and be able to defend your point. And if you come along with and meet something better, you need to be able to then say, well, bye, I see a better principle, I see a better way, a better technique, and I could adhere to this and I could adapt this. And I say that because I would have listened to some of the conversation. And none of these fucking people want to like say anything, you know. So Jason, one of the questions is like, do no, I think the whole thing was about, do you think education is accessible? It's a simple fucking question. The answer, by the way, is fucking yes, up to university level. At this particular point in time, this is where education in St. Kitts and Nevis become a fucking problem. But people go in primary school and high school and so you have access to fucking education. Not a fucking problem.
Yes.
You get these situation, them man gonna ask them that simple question there, and they're gonna repeat it back and be like, that's a very good question. Well, what do you mean by access? What do you mean by education? What do you mean by access to education? You understand? Deal with the fucking questions. Have a fucking philosophy. Come out and tell the people, this is what we're doing. This is what like, just got an opinion. I don't understand what is the big problem with having an opinion. You might be wrong, but it's one of the
Yeah,
things
man.
that you get to have people an opinion. So think about things and like farm one.
Alan, I know you went to the Gingerland Secondary School. You ever come down? You ever came down to do electricity with Mr. Charles?
No, I mean I don't know anything there.
Okay. I used to do electricity class with Mr. Charles, right? And Mr. Charles got one thing on the board for like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So he looked like he in a class himself. So when we revise that, he revise it too. You check it out.
Yeah.
So he on tour. He's like keep on tour. You know what I mean? I run the same joke for 2 months straight.
Mm-hmm.
And when that they done, you understand me? Because it's a lot of drawing and all them thing they involve with
Yeah,
circuits and
definitely.
this and that, and
Yeah.
and he give the definition of everything. So I feel like some of these politicians don't go in the office and got a chalkboard with what they want to say. You know what I mean? Depending on the question. And if they feel like they can't answer whatever, that is what they're gonna say. So they could get the mind flowing because they never expect questions like that. But if you part of educational system but being the minister of one also, you check it out, you're supposed to don't get an in and out solution
Okay.
to
Watch out. Hold on.
take it
Hold
higher
on
up.
there. Hold on there. Cause as you say, minister, and let me start off and saying something, right? Okay. From everything that I have ever been told, I think General Powell is a liar, right? Was a
Supposedly.
practicing liar. Right? Okay, all right. Everything I ever hear about this man is that he is an amazing mind. Eh? That is what I was told. I ain't know he personally. I'm talking about people who know this man, and it's like I'm very respectful with regards to this man. No, I'll me tell you, this is just a small little point I want to make on General Powell. When you listen to General Powell talk again, right? Just listen, and you're gonna hear the amount of time General Powell said tap. Cause I hear General Powell and General Powell be like, well, to understand, it is very critical that to, to get it, you have to know that it is very tough to get there. And he always with this ta he like what you know how research I tell you stop say
Nah, I
thing
mean,
what he wanna do ta so every time you talk you just got
but
to hear ta.
but listen up. You check it out. Everybody know where the strong points are and got to accept the weak points and try and got to develop the skills for that. You know, like for instance, you mentioned that the premier was a liar, is a liar and all that stuff. There,
Yeah.
yeah, he practiced law. You understand me? But maybe he practiced law for real estate. You check it out to know to different properties. You check it out, get properties, and you know what I mean, and sign, seal, and deal. You check it out. But
and
when it come to defending a person, when
and
it come
watch
to
it
defending
and
a person, he can't deal with that too. You check it out. So
listen.
everybody got the battles.
And I argue with you with that point there. But what I'm saying is, the premier, for example, when you were last school, you got a class named advocacy class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jason, they teach you how to fucking argue. This is not no joke, no, Jason. They teach you how to fucking farm an argument. And people just hear argument and they feel like it mean like you mean like you're cuss with somebody. I ain't talking to you about that. They teach you, hey, whether or not you're on this side of defending, or whether you're on the prosecution side, you need to farm arguments, and they teach you, well, this is how you're gonna approach it. If you are this side, and this is how you're gonna approach it on the next side. So you ain't gonna tell me that the man ain't know how to argue. I am saying that from the results, because I got to once again assume he's going to these meetings, he's having conversations. When you look at the results of the negotiations and the arguments that he's putting, you ain't seeing like winning. And he would even tell you, if he gonna come out and tell you Nevis not get the fair share, you ain't seeing winning arguments. You can't tell me
True.
that.
True. We ain't seeing no willing arguments because, like,
No.
if I were to if I were to make a statement and try, say like I said something about him or somebody, you know what I mean? The only comeback they're gonna say, oh, people in the stands like to complain about the people playing in the field. But you got to remember, is the reason why you're in the field playing because of the people in the stands. Because guess what? We buy tickets to reach in the stands. You understand me? So we paying you for you to perform. You check it out. That's the reason why we in the stands, because we want to see and make sure you perform. So if you see we complaining, that means there's a problem in the field.
But
So
Jason, you
I mean
ain't
I
even
should
got
go
to
study law, man.
no, I want to show you something. You ain't even got to watch it so neither, because
Uh-huh.
when you are the performer, you also want the people in the stand. Because when you make your 50 and you put up your bat, you feel like you want to put up your bat and nobody there clap. You want people there to say, but yeah, I said
Thank
you want
you.
to make 50, you check it out. So it's not just the people who are there for something, it's both of everything in life. You can't feel like I say you are gonna be the one and the only. It is going to come to working with people. So if you are going to set up yourself to be the Almighty, it might last a couple of years based on what history has told us, but you ain't gonna win out the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just how we go. You got to build everybody. You got to pull up the whole thing. Cause what they say are the weakest chain link, the bust the chain. No? So if you are go higher, higher and higher, and you respond to them down and gone, what's the story? Everybody got to progress.
True.
Mm-hmm.
True that. Well, like you got barbecue the outside, you know what I mean? And my belly don't start to roll a little bit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that sound
Apart
good.
from the ribs that I eat earlier.
Cause me don't feel
You
tight
know?
before. And I want to get a little bit more
Well,
mash up.
if you finish we cook all it at night, you know, and I mean because it's supposed to be short and sweet, you know. It done got an hour and 14 minutes actually, you know.
Indeed. Indeed.
So
Um,
guys, it was
hold on there. I just want to say, big up the ladies, man. That's all I'm going to say. Big up the ladies. You understand? Yeah. Okay, that's it. I done. All
Anyway,
of the
ladies and
ladies.
gentlemen, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure having you guys here. You know what I mean? It's the topics. It's been real. It's been raw. It's been mature. You know, you can't get it no other way. I don't know if you want to get more raw, but I just want to say thanks for all who share the live. You know, friend, big up yourself. You know you thing go. So yeah, it's been real.
Just like I'm telling you. Just like I'm telling you. Testing. Girl, know your body interesting. Now me want you bounce up that thing like a bed spring. Bring one your friend for me brethren. It's getting serious. Anytime you meet with us. Now me want you bend up your back, let me beat it up. How long me a pre for touch? If I see you walking up in the jam and you're looking good, I got to wind up on you. Don't mind if I wind up on you. If I see you walking up in the jam and you're looking good, I got to wind up on you. Don't mind if I wind up on you. I know you're getting ready for the sugar mass. I just want you to hold me with your energy. Your body give me therapy, must come from your glass. Ready, set, go, check. Set me ready for your reload. Speed up and fast like a remote. Don't wait, no stacking stars that get remote. Anytime you're ready for me, scream out. Thing get dangerous. Anytime you play with us, tell me what you back up that thing like a plane, you know. Mash up the stages. No me ready figure all out. Make up your face like we follow. Make sure your body in the season don't stall out. Pure energy make your ball out. No some love all your sets up. Tell your body white me not let go. You know 6 tickle and inch man get you. I just apply the heat me one with you. Hold me like Teddy. Mash up the place so your bumper so heavy. Set and steady. Where you are wine, girl, I can't daddy. Hold me like Teddy. Mash up the place so you're